2018's biggest release is more than likely going to be Rockstar Games' Red Dead Redemption 2. It's already been about 4 years since Rockstar Games last released a video game, and that was obviously Grand Theft Auto 5, which received universal acclaim and currently has sold 85 million copies, being the best-selling game of all time in the United States. Aside from the success of Rockstar Games' most recent title, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the prequel to what many consider one of the greatest video games ever made. Still though, there is a lot of things we do not know about this next installment, and today we are going to go through 15 rumors that could likely happen. But before we dive into all this, if you have not heard, I am doing a giveaway for Red Dead Redemption 2. All you have to do is check the link in the description to enter, which also has a lot more information on this, and just be an active subscriber. Also, make sure to get geared up for this upcoming Western by getting the popular Red Moon or Wanted shirt designs. If you're interested in getting these Red Dead themed t-shirts or any of the other designs, there will be a link in the description as well. Nonetheless, we're going to begin at the 15 spot with a PC release. Red Dead Redemption was a game that did not receive a PC port, which has been one of the biggest complaints made by fans over the years. So when Red Dead Redemption 2 was revealed, again many fans were disappointed. But one of the biggest differences is that Red Dead Redemption was plagued by development hell, with reports made over the years by former employees saying the game's coding was such a mess that a port of the game or remaster would just cost too much. Being that Red Dead Redemption 2 will hopefully have a smoother development, many analysts and insiders believe, alike to Grand Theft Auto 5, a PC release will follow months after the console release. To the number 14 spot is weapon customization. As expected, with Rockstar having better technology, with a jump from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One and the PS3 to the PS4, we're going to see a lot less limitations, which will hopefully bring a lot more features. Based on some of the footage and screenshots shown thus far, it's believed we may be able to change the look of our weapons. Certain revolvers and rifles have been spotted with engravings, which could be the sign of special designs that can be obtained at gunsmiths or blacksmiths, which has also been spotted. It's unknown how far Rockstar could go with this, but it would be nice to spend money on our own custom weapons. At the 13th spot is the introduction to travel by boat. First, we need to look at Red Dead Redemption 2's leaked world map, which is all but confirmed now based on almost every single location being found within the trailers, and also Tech Radar confirming it last year with Rockstar sources. This map indicates we will have a lot of water, and the hope is we will be able to explore some of this. As seen in Red Dead Redemption 2's first trailer, we did see a canoe being used, and maybe that is our first indication that we will be able to travel across the map with a boat. Now to our number 12 spot is Red Dead Redemption 2 directly tying into Red Dead Redemption's lore, or the story. As most of you know, this isn't really a spoiler as this is mentioned at the beginning of Red Dead Redemption, but John Marston was left for dead after being shot in a failed robbery in 1906. He was left for dead by his former gang members, which included Bill Williamson, Javier Escuela, and the leader Dutch Vanderlyn. After this notable event, John Marston attempts retiring from his outlaw life and tries settling down with his family by running a ranch in Beecher's Hope, leading into the events that occurred in Red Dead Redemption. Many fans believe Arthur Morgan's story will end with this failed robbery, as it will involve Dutch Vanderlyn's gang, and it'll directly tie into Red Dead Redemption. Personally, I kinda hope we don't get this, as I feel it's the most obvious storytelling route, but time will tell. At the 11th spot is a first-person mode. Grand Theft Auto 5's next-gen version introduced this feature and allows players with a little bit more freedom to how they wish to enjoy the gameplay experience, as primarily a third-person perspective has been used with all Rockstar games. I think it would be a mistake not to bring this into Red Dead Redemption 2, and for many players, this is their most wanted feature in this upcoming game. Getting into our top 10, we begin with operating and owning properties. Grand Theft Auto 5 allowed us to own properties and make some income, but the implementation of this feature would take it a step further, allowing us, the players, to run our own ranch or maybe even oil business. While Red Dead Redemption did have, I believe, a job or two like serving as a night watch, this would be a full-scale feature, which if implemented properly could be huge, as we could attack competition, destroying their business, and maybe drive prices up, creating our own little monopoly. To the 9th spot we have as a special wanted level enemy. In Red Dead Redemption we could face the Mexican army, US Marshals, bounty hunters, and police when we had a bounty. The hope is that if we raise our bounty high enough, a special enemy like a Pinkerton agent would come after us. At the 8th spot we have is the return of LANDON Ricketts. Speculation and rumors have been rampant over the last year whether or not we will see LANDON Ricketts ride again. Some fans, including myself, believe the old timer on the cover of the game could be LANDON Ricketts. Now obviously John Marston and LANDON Ricketts never ever meet until Red Dead Redemption, but the thinking is the cover of the game is just 7 different outlaws, and Landon may have a relationship solely with Arthur Morgan. This could possibly lead to a mission where we see one of Landon Ricketts' most famous gunfights, like the Blackwater Massacre of 1899. Next to the 7th spot is the return of Jack Marston. Now it's clear this next installment is going to be a prequel, but many fans theorize that Jack Marston could be the storyteller of Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2. All of this could have been coming from his perspective. The evidence thus far links to some of the conversation John has with Jack, encouraging him to write a book, and an Easter egg in Grand Theft Auto 5 in which a book has an author of J. Marston, which many believe stands for Jack Marston. I think it would be one hell of a twist if the game ends with an old Jack Marston being revealed as the author of the Red Dead Redemption series. At the number 6 spot, we have his Native American influence. We've so far seen some hints such as the use of a bow and arrow, a Native American rowing a canoe, another Native American accompanying Arthur Morgan, and a dream catcher being in a tree. A lot of people feel that Native American culture was a missed opportunity in Red Dead Redemption, with some even thinking it was cut from the game. It seems to be with Mexico probably not returning, we will see a much greater presence of Native Americans, which could allow Rockstar to explore their culture much more and possibly even incorporate some historical events in the game's story. Like how Red Dead Redemption used the Mexican Revolution in its story, we could see Red Dead Redemption 2 concentrate on Native Americans' battles with settlers and the US Army. Now, getting into our top 5, we start off with an Undead Nightmare 2. One of the biggest hopes is that Rockstar will have another single-player DLC that is in the spirit of Red Dead Redemption's. I personally think this would be beneficial for the single-player and multiplayer, allowing Rockstar a lot more freedom with a fantasy DLC pack. Possibly this time around, instead of zombies, maybe we face aliens. To the number 4 spot is an online battle royale mode. With the popularity growing with games like PUBG and Fortnite, and even Grand Theft Auto Online incorporating its own battle royale mode recently, many fans think Rockstar could do the same with Red Dead Online. Personally, I'm not exactly sure how this could work in a Western, but I think it would be interesting. To the 3 spot is multiple protagonists. Rockstar Games is well known for their misdirection within their trailers, which is usually trying to showcase something differently than what is actually happening in the game. Some fans think we could be able to play as more than one character, possibly the tough blonde character, or even Dutch Vanderlyn. Personally, I think Arthur Morgan is our sole main protagonist, but that does not mean we may not be able to play as other characters during certain missions or situations. Down to our 2 spot is Arthur Morgan's fate being already decided. One of the biggest mysteries fans have a tough time understanding is how Arthur Morgan would not get mentioned within Red Dead Redemption, which leads to many thinking he has to die during Red Dead Redemption 2. I think the confusion with this thinking is that a lot of people assume Arthur Morgan is a part of Dutch Vanderlyn's gang, when in reality, he very likely could be an outsider working with the gang for whatever reason. Either way, I think we can expect Rockstar to give a reason for why Arthur Morgan doesn't get mentioned in Red Dead Redemption, which still doesn't necessarily mean he has to die. Now, at the final number 1 spot is John Marston's return and role. Most players know that John Marston's return in this prequel is inevitable, and Rockstar clearly is waiting till the right time to show him. But still, questions remain whether he could take the center spotlight again in the story, or serve in a more minor role. Only time will tell, but it certainly seems that a lot of aspects that we loved in Red Dead Redemption will be coming back. Anyway guys, what rumors have you heard regarding Red Dead Redemption 2? Let me know in the comments section below. Maybe you've heard some crazy or interesting things that you wish to share. Also, thank you for watching. Make sure to smack that like button if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value, and consider subscribing as I'm your best source for everything Red Dead Redemption 2. And remember, Outlaws to the end.